Right now, the president is in the Middle East. The White House says he's there to support Israel, but the bombing of a hospital causing a last-minute change in his plans.
Plus, campus closures, what the major changes mean for students and staff, and the ripple effect it is causing on other campuses.
And it's not quite as cool this morning. That's because we have some clouds out ahead of a storm system that'll bring us some scattered showers later this afternoon. We'll track it for you coming up.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Leah Lynchine. Thanks for waking up with us. Yeah, some clouds moving into the area. Certainly not quite as beautiful as yesterday. Some rain in the forecast as well.
Yeah, it's not going to be a complete washout by any means, but we are looking at some scattered showers coming into the afternoon hours. And you can see how broken this line of showers is spreading across Minnesota. Really, the broad area of rain, the more steady rain is across northern parts of Minnesota. Some of that will be skirting across the northern part of Wisconsin toward the Apostle Islands, then eventually UP of Michigan. We're expecting some scattered showers a little bit later today. Now, it's not as cold as yesterday morning. We had the coldest temperature so far yesterday morning when we got down to 29. We're sitting at 48 in Madison. Same goes for Fitchburg, 50 in Waunakee, 48 in Sun Prairie, and 48 right now in Fitchburg. So a breeze out of the south, pushing our temperatures in the mid-60s. We got low 60s yesterday, a couple degrees warmer this afternoon, but we will look for some scattered showers developing later this afternoon. That'll continue on and off right through Thursday. Nothing widespread, plenty of dry periods. We'll be turning cooler, though, this upcoming weekend, but it should be dry. A lot more cloud cover today with a southerly wind picking up at 10 to 20. Temperatures near 60. You can see some of these showers moving into western areas here at the noon hour toward Lone Rock, Mineral Point, the Dells. 2, 3 o'clock toward Madison, Monroe area, Janesville, 4, 5 o'clock toward Watertown and Juneau. Then it kind of trains over the same areas, mainly from Madison areas to the east going into the evening. So most of the morning into the early afternoon should be dry. A lot more cloud cover today, a bit of a breeze picking up, but a mild afternoon as we get in the mid-60s before some of those showers move in later today. We'll see how much rain we can expect out of this rain for this total event coming up in about 15 minutes.
All right, Kelly, thank you very much. To our top story this morning, President Biden is in Israel talking with the leader of that country as protests in the Middle East pick up. An important meeting with Arab leaders is now off the table for the president after a blast at a Gaza hospital killed hundreds. Palestinians and Israelis are both blaming each other for the explosion. The president touching down at 3-hour time. He made a statement to reporters about an hour later. Take a listen.
Israel, as they respond to these attacks, it seems to me that have to continue to ensure that you have what you need to defend yourselves. And we're going to make sure that occurs, as you know. And we have to also bear in mind that Hamas does not represent all the Palestinian people.
Protests are happening in multiple Middle Eastern countries, including Jordan and Lebanon, where the State Department has issued a do-not-travel advisory. It's causing concerns for a wider regional conflict. The U.S. now has a unit of 2,000 Marines and several warships in that area.
In Washington this morning, Representative Jim Jordan says he's confident for his second vote to become House Speaker today. The Ohio Republican faced strong opposition in the first floor vote yesterday. 20 of his fellow Republicans defected. The second round of voting is scheduled for this morning. Democrats, including Hakeem Jeffries, who is also up for the job, are now suggesting openness to a bipartisan path forward. The House will vote as many times as necessary until somebody wins. It took 15 rounds of voting before previous House Speaker Kevin McCarthy was elected to the role.
More changes are coming to the universities of Wisconsin. Its president announcing the UW-Platteville-Richland campus will completely close, and 2 other campuses will end in-person instruction. The Richland campus plans on closing next year. It stopped offering in-person classes this summer. That was because of financial and enrollment issues. In-person instruction at UW-Milwaukee at Washington County and UW-Oshkosh at Fond du Lac will also end with a target date of next June. Students at those campuses will be offered enrollment options at other schools. Now, when those cuts started coming at UW-Platteville-Richland, its sister campus in Baraboo absorbed some of the impact. Yesterday's announcement has some on that campus telling our Armand Rahman they're concerned about whether they could be next.
I actually was a student on this campus in the mid-1970s.
Years later, Carrie Olson is still involved with the campus in Baraboo, singing with the adult community choir.
Actually, having a campus in a community, and particularly a community of this size, is really a gift.
A gift she doesn't want to imagine being without.
It would sadden me greatly to think that we could ever potentially even lose a campus like this. So it is my hope that we never do.
Right now, there are about 210 students at UW-Platteville, Sauk County, and about 30 employees total. Professors say they see how the student body remains in the community.
I think every single student I have works in the local economy. And when you shut one of these branch campuses down, that's going to have a detrimental effect to the economy.
History professor Dr. Mike Jacobs says when he came on the staff in the 90s, the old guard of professors were always dismissive about rumors of the campus closing.
But more recently, they've been writing letters to the editor, so they are taking it serious.
But the director of the Baraboo campus is optimistic. He says recent enrollment numbers show a 34% increase in first-year students.
That's sort of bucking the demographic trends.
Along with engineering partnerships with UW-Platteville, he says his campus is developing a 4-year Bachelor's of Science and Nursing program.
Our goal is that we not only continue teaching our 2-year degrees as associate degrees, but build in lots of new programming that the community, industry, business are really asking for.
That was Armand Rahman reporting there. Meanwhile, we are learning the Republican-controlled legislature is going to withhold pay raises for UW employees even further while approving raises for other state workers. Republican Assembly Speaker Robin Vos has promised to block the raises until the school system cuts its diversity, equity, and inclusion spending by $32 million. Vos has argued that DEI programs are a waste of public funding and that the university should be focused on other priorities. Now, President Jay Rothman is responding.
And it is unprecedented to withhold pay for tens of thousands of families throughout the state as was done today. Well, we are beyond disappointed in the actions. We are not going to give up being advocates for the work that our faculty and staff do, because it is simply not right to leave those families behind.
Rothman also says that he will continue to advocate for that pay plan currently being withheld for employees. Governor Joni Evers has said that these people deserve the raises and says not voting on approving them is as dumb as it gets. We're also hearing from UW-Madison Chancellor Jennifer Mnuchin. She says, in part, withholding this well-deserved increase defies both reason and long-standing legislative tradition, and for this, I am deeply disappointed.
At the state capitol, the Republican-controlled Senate passed a $2 billion income tax cut. It's part of a package also targeting child care costs, which Governor Evers is expected to veto. Evers and the legislature have been going back and forth for months over tax cuts and funding for child care services. Republicans gutted a $1 billion package. He called on them to pass in a special session last month.
A bill to ban gender-affirming surgery is headed to the governor's desk this morning. He has vowed to veto it. Republicans in the state Senate passed legislation yesterday. They argued they're protecting kids from invasive and irreversible medical interventions. Governor Evers calls the bill nothing short of cruel. At least 22 states have enacted similar laws. Most are currently facing lawsuits.
The state assembly also voted to approve a bill that would fund renovations for the home of the Brewers. Nearly $550 million in public funds would be used to upgrade the ballpark and keep the Brewers in Milwaukee until 2050. $411 million will come from the state. Another $135 million would come from Milwaukee and Milwaukee County. The Brewers will contribute $100 million toward the upgrades. The bill now heads to the state Senate.
6:08 now. Madison's Goodman Community Center is helping to feed 4,000 Dane County families this Thanksgiving season in their big basket drive, and they really need your help, folks. Registration to open up this week, and there is a huge demand. 3,500 families have already signed up. Families in need of a hot holiday meal register, and during the week of Thanksgiving, they're given a basket with all the ingredients to cook a feast. So your donations help make this all possible. To register for a meal or to learn how to donate, look for this story at channel3000.com.
It's 6:08 now. Coming up in sports, the new QB1 preparing for Illinois. What he's saying ahead of his first start for the Badgers.
And we're hanging out with the Fever River Puppeteers at the Hazel Green Opera House this morning. Coming up next in the 6:08, we're going to go backstage and show you a little bit how this magic happens. That's next.
Your family's year-round comfort is our year-round commitment at RG Heating and Air Conditioning. We install quality Trane equipment and service all brands so your home's furnace and AC will perform their best year-round. RG Heating and AC.
I would end the day with sore feet, sore legs. The drugstore inserts that I was purchasing were really not very useful at all. I walked into the Good Feet store and the guy kind of grinned at me and said, I hear that a lot. I was living with chronic pain before going to the Good Feet store. Now I don't really have that problem. I'm able to do the things that I expect to be able to do, even at my advanced age. I feel pretty good about what's going on.
See what we can do for you with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Elevate your savings at the Century House. Right now, buy stressless recliners, sofas, and office chairs and earn up to $1,500 credit toward the purchase of additional stressless furniture. Or receive $400 off the purchase of any stressless signature base or cross-base recliner and ottoman. Don't wait. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
Habitat Restore is full of great finds at great prices for a great cause. With a unique inventory of high-quality, low-cost goods, you can save money and feel good about your purchase. Shop Restore Dane County today.
Right now with Papa Murphy's, we've got a great deal.
Which means I make more great pizza.
Like our $9.99 XLNY pizza. It's everything you'd expect from a classic New York-style pizza, hot and fresh out of your oven. Order now at papamurphys.com.
The next generation of streaming is here. Introducing Spectrum One Stream with internet, advanced Wi-Fi, mobile, and now TV with the all-new Xumo Stream Box. It's streaming simplified. Get Spectrum One Stream with fast and reliable internet for $49.99 a month, free advanced Wi-Fi, a free unlimited mobile line, and a free Xumo Stream Box when you add Spectrum TV. Go to spectrum.com/stream, a Spectrum store, or call 833-976-4999.
For over 6 decades, Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Toyland has made wishes come true for everyone. Now through Wednesday, we're celebrating with great gifts at great prices throughout the store. Like women's Alfred Dunner fashion collections, half price. Half off a Presto Pizza Pizzazz, $44.99. And this Fisher-Price tractor gift set, $29.99. Rewards members save an extra $3. Plus, donate new unwrapped toys to Kids Helping Kids, and we'll match gifts up to $250,000. Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Toyland, where wishes come true for everyone.
At RG Heating and Air Conditioning, our promise to you is 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Guaranteed service, repairs, and replacements. Installing quality Trane equipment. RG Heating and AC. We'll always treat you like family. Guaranteed.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
In the 608, we got a backstage sneak peek at the Fever River Puppeteers.
Exclusive access. Josh Sprider there in Hazel Green this morning with that story. Hey, Josh.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, we're at the Hazel Green Opera House, and this is such a unique place here. You have to come check it out for yourself. We've been talking about a Halloween adventure. You got a sneak preview last half hour. You'll get another one coming up here around 6:45, but we want to show you how this magic happens. We're actually getting backstage right now, and I can tell you what, there's not a lot of room back here, and it's just two folks that are making the magic happen. That's Sandy and Chuck Voigt. They're standing back here waiting for us this morning. Good morning to you guys.
Good morning. We're glad to have you here.
Oh my gosh, well, thank you so much for having it. And I mean, this is 30 years in the making for you guys, established back in '93. And now here you are, and you're making the magic happen for so many families.
Exactly, and it's magic for us too. We have so much fun up here. This is called the bridge that I'm sitting on and Chuck is standing on. And that's where we stand to perform the puppets. The puppets are, a lot of people ask us what the puppets are made out of, and we make them ourselves. And the bodies have a lot of wood inside, and the heads and hands are made out of paper mache with a styrofoam egg inside. And of course, there's a lot of sewing involved. Braided Dacron fish line, 20-pound test for the puppets. And this is called the control, this wooden mechanism that Chuck is working. See how it makes the legs move and the hands move?
I mean, there is a lot of preparation that goes into doing just one show.
There is a bit. A lot of times people ask us how long it takes to make a puppet, and usually I'm making a whole bunch of puppets for a show, so it's kind of hard to do that, but I would guess there's about 40 hours in the making of each puppet. However, like Witch Hazel Green here, she's been around for about 28, 29 years, so she's been in a lot of shows, and so I don't have to reinvent her for each show. She's ready to go and costumed.
What's pretty cool is you guys kind of recycle shows, right? So you can kind of come every year and see a different show, but for you guys, it's shows that you've kind of produced already.
Right. We've got a kind of a 5-year cycle. We have 5 different Halloween shows, so that by the time we've done 5 years, those kids have aged out, and we get a whole brand new audience. So when we bring a new show out, it's really fun to produce a new show, which we have coming up for Christmas. We have a brand new show coming up. But the old ones are fun too, aren't they, Hazel? And when we put the show away for the last time, it's kind of sad because we love our characters.
I love this. All right, so, you guys, like you mentioned, have shows all year round. So if you can't come out to a Halloween adventure the next couple of weekends, you said Christmas is right around the corner.
Right. We're doing a brand new show called The Gingerbread Chronicles. It's going to be a lot of fun. Some of the puppets are already waiting back here in the wings for their chance to do that. Then after Christmas, we kind of work on future shows, and then in the spring we'll do a couple of fairy tales, usually one in maybe March and then May, and sometimes we have school groups come in for their school trips in May. And then in the summer we do smaller shows for libraries. We pick a story that fits with the summer reading theme. So
I love it.
A lot of fun.
Well, thank you guys so much for the tour. We appreciate it. And if you'd like to learn more, you can go to the story up on channel3000.com. A Halloween adventure this weekend and next. Tickets are just $5 a piece. Coming up here in our next half hour, guys, we're breaking out Mr. Skeleton for another sneak preview show here, only on News 3 Now this morning. It's something you're not going to want to miss here, live from Hazel Green.
Fascinating stuff. Thanks, Josh.
Remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. There's his social media handle and his email.
Kelly's outside. No jacket today, Kelly.
Yeah, I just have the sport coat on this morning. It's not definitely not as cold as yesterday morning, but you will need a jacket. I've seen some of the stars out here this morning, but they're kind of filtered out because we do have some high, thin cirrus clouds that are spreading across southern Wisconsin. That's actually helped keep temperatures up. Looking at some of those high, thin clouds, still going to be mild today, even though we will see more cloud cover than yesterday. The southerly winds, 64 expected today. The average is 59. The sun will be up at 7:14. So the winds will be a factor today. They're generally pretty light yet, but they're enough that it has kept the temperatures up a little bit. They'll be picking up 10 to 20 miles per hour throughout the afternoon, probably not going down until we get towards sunset, and still looking at those winds up there around 10 miles per hour. All due to this storm system right now tracking across North Dakota, spreading widespread rains in northern Minnesota. Then you see that broken line of some showers moving through western areas of the state into northwest Iowa right now. That's the line that will likely hit us as we get into the mid to late afternoon hours, then into the evening across southern areas of the state. Kind of track that out for you. So the morning hours dry, early afternoon dry, but as we get into 3, 4 o'clock, at least in the Madison area, maybe a little sooner to the west, can't rule out some of these showers. Then they kind of train over the same areas from Madison over toward Juneau, Watertown, down toward Janesville this evening. Get a little bit of a break overnight, but can't rule out some spotty showers. This whole system's just going to spin right over the Badger State, bringing us those chances of rain right through Thursday. By no means is it going to be an all-day rain. In fact, it'll be generally dry, but we can't rule out some of these showers continuing right into Thursday evening. So the best chance of rain today, not until about 3, 4 o'clock in Madison toward 4, 5, 6 o'clock. Not going to rain that entire period, but that'll be the best chance of seeing some showers. And it kind of diminishes as we go through the overnight period tonight. Rainfall amounts look to be fairly light, generally 1/10 of an inch. Some isolated spots could be picking up upwards of 1/4 of an inch. So it's going to be a breezy but mild day with mid-60s. Some scattered showers this afternoon right into Thursday. A little bit cooler this weekend with low to mid-50s. So we've got this system moving in, bring us another shot of some cool air headed into the weekend. Then we'll rebound a little bit into the early part of next week. But you see that area of low pressure off to the southwest. That's a storm system that we're really going to have to watch for later next week. Right now, 48 in Madison, 45 in Janesville, 45 in Lone Rock. Quite a few clouds around this morning, but generally dry out. Not until 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the Madison area. A little bit later toward Janesville and Watertown and Juneau, 5, 6 o'clock. Kind of training over the same areas from Madison areas to the east going into the afternoon. And generally quiet this evening, but can't rule out a spotty shower overnight going into Thursday. First warm forecast, scattered showers today, this afternoon, right through tomorrow. Up to 60 Friday before another cold front rise brings us some cooler weather, but dry weather for the weekend.
This week, Wisconsin is locked in on Braden Locke. The Badger redshirt freshman quarterback will make his first career start against the Fighting Illini on Saturday. Now, his preparation doesn't change. As the backup, Locke prepared like the starter, except now he is UW's QB1, so he's getting all the reps with the first-team offense. And for Locke this week, well, he's more relaxed than nervous because he knows he's the guy to lead the offense.
There's definitely a little bit different level of pressure, but at the same time level of comfort, because like you said, you have all week to prepare. You know the situation that you're going to be thrust into. You know what's going to be asked of you, to where last week was kind of on the fly.
I think Braden stepped up to the role we asked him to do and did a great job. And I think, having a week this week to prep is definitely going to help him, and he's a really talented player. All we got to do is give him time to make a play, and he'll make it.
And don't forget to check out this week's Wisconsin Huddle. Chimray, DK, and I look back at the Iowa loss, preview their matchup with Illinois, and get to know Braden Locke a little more. It airs this Friday at 6:30 right here on News 3 Now. The gauntlet of a schedule continues for the Wisconsin men's hockey team this weekend when Mike Hastings' squad travels to 17th-ranked Michigan Tech for a series starting Friday night. It's part of 9 straight ranked opponents for the Badgers, so they're going to learn a lot about what this team is made of over the next couple of weeks. And as far as the Huskies go, well, winning on their ice in their barn is never easy.
It's a tall task, but it's one that I think at the end of the year, if you have an opportunity to play for a championship, you have an opportunity to try and continue your season, this is the type of hockey that's going to be played. The whistles go in the pockets, and they ask the players to decide it. We will be better going through what we're going to go through on Friday and Saturday at the end of it because of how difficult it is to win up there.
Let's kick it, boys. Division I regional semifinal soccer action. Verona hosting Sun Prairie East. Wildcats already up 1-0 and looking for more. Christian Flores Lopez bloops one over the keeper. He finished with 2 goals as Verona moves on to Saturday's regional final with a 4-1 win. And that's it for morning sports. Have a great day.
You too, Zach. Still ahead, how one Wisconsin company makes millions off a frozen favorite every year.
We'll be right back.
Closed captioning sponsored by Community Shares of Wisconsin's Workplace Giving Campaign.
Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We do the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $200 at Walmart, over $300 at LensCrafters, and over $200 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird.
It's here. Beautiful is the event you've waited for. All Shaw flooring is on sale, plus special financing for up to 48 months. Refresh your home now during the Beautiful sale. H&R Carpets and Flooring, Wanakee.
Lately, we've all had to do more with less. At Chevy, we just want you to do more. So we continue to make affordable vehicles, like high-tech SUVs, our most capable trucks, and the most affordable EV in America. It's how Chevy helps you do more for less. Or qualified lessees can get this Equinox for around $299 a month. Or get 2.9% financing on all 2024 Equinox models when you purchase.
You wash your cars and clothes and canines. You wash your cars and clothes and canines. You wash your cars and clothes and canines. At the Magic Wash. At the Magic Wash. Whoa.
Right now, buy one window and you'll get one free. Plus, no interest for 1 year. Buy one window, get one free, and soon. Hurry. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Quartz takes a different approach to health insurance. We know every life well lived is a journey, and we're here to light the way at every step. That's why for 40 years, we've been alongside the doctors and hospitals who know what their communities need. Because they're a part of them. Because we're a part of them. There's a fire burning in all of us. Let's ignite it together. Quartz. Find your spark.
Exciting news. US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone 15 Pro with a stunning titanium design and the best iPhone camera yet. The thing that I love...
Beautiful. Now let's cue the music. Green screen and action.
US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone.
Come on, man. It's titanium.
US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone.
Cut. Love it.
That felt good.
Now you can get the new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium on us. US Cellular, built for us.
Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We did the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $200 at Walmart, over $300 at LensCrafters, and over $200 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird.
Welcome back. We always ask you to share your morning with us. KCG caught this bird in action. We decided it's a kestrel. Am I right?
Gwen, who keeps us honest.
She does.
She's a very loyal viewer of the show. We love her dearly. She says this is a kestrel, and I take her at her word. Thanks. Beautiful action shot here, Charles. Kevin, lovely work as always. Thank you. So trending this morning, we've got some pizza to talk about.
Always.
Yeah, we're talking about a company in Green Bay that is actually really famous, known for its frozen pizza making. AK Pizza Crust says it makes 10 million pizzas a year for people all across the country. Brands include Pep's Draft House and Pep's Legit Pizza. They all roll off the line. It takes just 30 seconds for their assembly line to put one of these things together.
Unpopular opinion, not a huge fan of pizza.
Really?
I'll eat it if it's in front of me. What won't I eat?
Yeah, I was going to say.
Nothing else.
But I'm not picking it.
Didn't you have Snickers for breakfast yesterday?
2 of them.
Okay. And you won't eat pizza?
I'll eat it.
Okay.
But if I had to pick, you know, give me some tacos. Give me a burger.
Yeah, one food for the rest of my life, it's probably pizza.
Whoa.
Hey, important things to talk about in the weather, including the chance of some rain right after this.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Your family's year-round comfort is our year-round commitment at RG Heating and Air Conditioning. We install quality Trane equipment and service all brands so your home's furnace and AC will perform their best year-round. RG Heating and AC.
The next generation of streaming is here. Introducing Spectrum One Stream with Spectrum Internet delivering fast and reliable speeds, advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced security on your devices, Spectrum Mobile with unlimited talk, text, and data, and now TV with the all-new Zumo Stream Box. Get Spectrum One Stream with Internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi, a free unlimited Spectrum Mobile line, and the Zumo Stream Box, free when you add Spectrum TV. Call 833-976-4999. With Spectrum and Zumo, all your favorites are brought together in one place. Use the voice remote to search across live TV, on-demand movies and shows, and the most popular streaming apps to watch what you want faster and easier than ever. It's streaming simplified. Get Spectrum One Stream with Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, mobile, and now TV. Go to spectrum.com/stream, a Spectrum store, or call 833-976-4999.
Cobeson Buses, now hiring.
I'm Dina Noland. I drive for Cobeson Buses. Working with Cobeson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. First day of school for my son, the fact that I get to bring him there and I can just park my bus right on the side and walk in. They don't mind that. They want you to be there for your family.
I've always enjoyed working with kids. The opportunity to transport them in a bus, I enjoy doing it.
Visit Cobeson.com to apply.
When you pull up to someone's house, the first thing you see nowadays is their garage door.
Let Precision's experienced designers come to your home and help you select the perfect door for your house.
Precision is there to help.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
From Lincoln Center Theater that brought you The King and I and South Pacific comes a sumptuous new revival of the most perfect musical of all time, My Fair Lady.
At Overture Center, November 21st through 26th. Tickets at overture.org.
Interested in an electric vehicle? Connect with the team that is leading the charge, Bergstrom Automotive. Whether it's EVs like Lyriq, Lightning, Hummer, ID4, or hundreds of others, Bergstrom has the largest selection of electric vehicles in Wisconsin and a team you can trust. Buy with confidence and complete peace of mind from Wisconsin's #1 automotive retailer. Bergstrom Automotive, driven to deliver gas, hybrid, or electric.
At RG Heating and Air Conditioning, our promise to you is 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Guaranteed service, repairs, and replacements. Installing quality Trane equipment. RG Heating and AC. We'll always treat you like family. Guaranteed.
Right now, President Biden is in Tel Aviv to support Israel's war with Hamas. The reason a meeting with other Arab leaders has been canceled last minute.
Plus, a vote on the Madison public market. With costs up, the council decides what to do next.
And outside this morning, a clear shot of the Capitol. Any fog concerns this morning, Kelly?
No fog this morning, no frost this morning. Temperatures are a little bit milder. Because some of the clouds have moved in, we had a little bit of a southerly wind as well. We're tracking some showers later today. More coming up.
Good Wednesday morning, everybody. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Leah Lynchide.
I'm Chris Stanford. Kelly Slifka's got your first warn forecast today. A little warmer to start off the morning compared to yesterday. We do have a chance of some rain, though, that you've been watching closely.
Yeah, it's going to be scattered about going into the late afternoon hours. There's going to be plenty of dry weather this afternoon, but it's going to be after 3, 4 o'clock in the Madison area. Now, this morning, it's not as cold. You got to remember, yesterday morning, we got down to 29 in Madison, the coldest temperature we've had so far, the first freeze of the season. We're at 48, so quite a bit milder than where we were yesterday. 48 in Fitchburg, 48 in Sun Prairie. Wanakee currently at 48 as well. So breezy and mild, the highs in the mid-60s today. Actually a couple degrees warmer, but we will see more cloud cover and also a bit of a breeze today. Not as beautiful as yesterday afternoon, but we are looking at that scattered shower chance later this afternoon, tonight, and tomorrow. Plenty of dry periods, but we're going to have to dodge some rain over the next 36 hours or so. Cooler weather returns this weekend as another cold front arrives, but it looks like it will be dry. Winds are out of the south today, 10 to 20 miles per hour. As we go through the noon hour, a couple of showers passing through Camp Douglas, down toward Lone Rock, Mineral Point. As we get toward 2, 3 o'clock here in the Madison area, toward the Dells, down toward Monroe, a few showers passing through Juneau, Watertown, and Janesville as we get toward the 4 o'clock hour. Then a lot of this trains over the same areas from Monroe, Madison, over there toward Janesville, Watertown, and Juneau, right into the evening hours, while western areas looks a little bit drier going into the evening. See some of the clouds out there breaking up at times. That's what we can expect this morning. Temperatures climbing up close to 60 as those clouds continue to thicken up and those south winds pick up. We'll track these showers into tomorrow and see how much rain we can expect coming up.
Okay, talk to you then, Kelly. Thank you. We're following some breaking news this morning. The man arrested twice for bringing a gun to the Capitol and asking for the governor is back in jail this morning. He was booked into the Dane County Jail around 10 o'clock last night. Capitol Police arrested him an hour earlier on charges of carrying a concealed weapon. Lesnick here was arrested earlier this month for carrying a loaded handgun in the Capitol. He posted bail, then came back to the Capitol with a rifle. At the time, he vowed to keep coming back until Governor Evers spoke with him. It is not clear if this is his second or third arrest on similar charges. Topping international headlines this morning, President Biden is in Israel. Video showing him touching down within the last few hours at 3 a.m. our time. He spoke with reporters briefly, and he is meeting with Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, and the Israeli War Cabinet. The president was supposed to meet with other Arab leaders today, including the president of the Palestinian Authority, but that meeting was canceled after a blast at a Gaza hospital killed hundreds. Protests are breaking out across the Middle East this morning in the aftermath. It is fueling concerns for a broader conflict.
To that hospital attack now and the conflicting accounts on who's to blame. You're taking a look at patients rushing to another hospital to receive help. Right now, the U.S. is analyzing information from the Israeli Defense Forces. That country says it has evidence that it did not bomb the hospital. They instead blame an armed Palestinian group.
We didn't release the information very quickly because it took us a few hours to investigate and to get to the bottom of the situation and understand what exactly had happened. But the bottom line is that we stand by the information that we released. This was a misfired rocket by the Islamic Jihad, not an Israeli strike.
Meanwhile, Palestinian authorities say Israel bombed the hospital.
The reality is that this was a war crime. This should not have happened. I do not want any Israeli or Palestinian killed, but the reality here is that Israel is conducting acts of genocide.
Other Western leaders are calling for a full investigation of the explosion. The UN is calling for an immediate ceasefire. It has an emergency meeting scheduled today to address the blast. We will continue to bring you updates from President Biden's trip to the region this morning. We'll push out those developments in real time over on our News 3 Now mobile app.
Back in the U.S., in Washington, the House of Representatives will meet at the Capitol this morning to vote again on whether to have Jim Jordan as its new speaker. This is Jordan's second vote. It comes after his first attempt failed yesterday. CBS News' John Lawrence reports.
Representative Jim Jordan is hoping the second time is the charm.
So we're going to keep working, and we're going to get to the votes.
The Republican from Ohio is seeking more support in his quest to be the next Speaker of the House. His first bid fell short Tuesday after 20 Republicans voted against him, including GOP Rep. Ken Buck of Colorado.
Jim Jordan has talked about defunding the FBI. He's talked about some things that are fairly radical to most Americans, the folks in the middle who we need to win if we're going to win elections.
Republican Representative Kevin McCarthy was voted out as House Speaker earlier this month, and until a successor is named, the chamber is basically in limbo, unable to consider legislation, including government funding. And the threat of another potential government shutdown is only a month away.
The idea that the Republicans kind of hit rock bottom and are nominating Jim Jordan for Speaker, I mean, Jesus Christ, Halloween's coming early.
Jordan can only afford to lose 4 Republican votes if all Democrats are present. And House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries says his caucus is in talks to reopen the House with, quote, traditional Republicans.
There are a whole host of other Republicans who are respected on our side of the aisle. Jim Jordan is not one of them.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
Jeffrey says he's open to giving the interim House Speaker, Patrick McHenry, more power, but McHenry is reportedly not interested in that offer.
Back in southern Wisconsin, happening today, the man connected to the shooting death of a 10-year-old from Beloit will be back in court. Jose Manuel Sandoval Tenorio is accused of leaving his 9-year-old son alone with 10-year-old Aiden Hansen. His son shot and killed Hansen with the gun he found in the house. We'll find out today how Sandoval Tenorio is pleading. He's facing charges of endangering the life of a child and possessing a gun without proper registration.
Former Madison pastor Bob Stein has pleaded not guilty to sexually assaulting a young girl. Stein is charged with 2 counts of first-degree sexual assault of a child. Stein previously led services at Midvale Baptist Church and was in charge of the church's daycare program. While being investigated, Stein continued to preach and be around children.
The man accused of physically and sexually assaulting a UW student is pleading not guilty. 26-year-old Brandon Thompson is charged with strangling, beating, and sexually assaulting the woman in her 20s back in September. Thompson's DNA was found at the scene of the crime. The attack left her fighting for her life.
As the victim continues recovering from that attack, the RCC Sexual Violence Resource Center is asking for help for her family in covering medical costs. If you'd like to help the victim and her family, you can find a link to the GoFundMe at this story on channel3000.com.
And if you've experienced sexual violence and need help, you can text HOME to 741-741 to get free confidential support from a counselor. One more time here, you can text HOME to 741-741.
Now to an update on plans for that Madison public market. The Common Council is going to vote on giving some additional funding for the project tomorrow night. The council just approved an extra $1.6 million to cover rising costs for the project last night. The building is on North 1st Street, the old Fleet Services building and men's shelter. It should open up in 2025.
More local news now. The Madison Museum of Contemporary Art will host a free gallery night next month. The event happens twice a year. This is the second night in 2023. It's happening Friday, November 3rd from 5 until 9. Art from local, national, and international artists will be displayed at area galleries, museums, and other restaurants. Sounds like a party.
Kelly?
Yeah, we are tracking some showers that will be spreading into the area a little bit later on this afternoon. Right now, Doppler track picking up the rain over there in Minnesota. That's what we can expect later today. We'll track it for you coming up in the First One forecast.
And in the 608 this morning, we're live from the Hazel Green Opera House, getting a sneak preview of a Halloween adventure by the Fever River Puppeteers. We'll get a sneak preview of their show when News 3 Now this morning continues.
The price of gold is at a 7-year high. Get top cash on the spot for your gold at Diamond Select. Cash in today while the price of gold is high. Don't miss out. Get instant cash for your gold today at Diamond Select, downtown Stoughton.
This week's Hy-Vee hot deals are Hy-Vee canned corn or green beans, just 49 cents. Campbell's Junkie or Well Yes soup, just $1.77. And Hy-Vee Choice Reserve Top Round Roast, $2.99 a pound. Only at Hy-Vee.
I just love dancing, so I was always willing to dance through the pain. Since visiting the Good Feet store and wearing the arch supports and being pain-free now, my mood and my energy has drastically improved. Once that energy gets into you, double spins.
Ruggability. We straight made that word up. How else to describe the otherwise indescribable, rugged, capable, incredible versatility and affordability of a Honda SUV? Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com calls Honda the best value brand. Car and Driver calls Honda the winningest brand in 10 best history. But we like ruggability, and you'll like the incredifantabulous deals, so see your Wisconsin Heartland Honda dealer today. Honda gets Wisconsin.
In need of home repairs? From stairs and railings to roofing and plumbing, Habitat Dane County works alongside families to ensure safe, stable housing for years to come. Qualifications are based on income, need, and willingness to partner. Don't delay. Apply today.
Save on your next insulation project with 11% off everything at Menards. Insulate your home with Owens Corning Foamular Insulation. Skip the cutting and finish that project quicker. Project panels are designed to keep you moving. Get a pre-cut project panel today for $8.89 after 11% rebate. Plus, stack on the savings and save more money with additional federal tax credits and qualifying energy efficiency home improvement purchases. Get 11% off everything at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Introducing Hy-Vee Perks prices. Chicken leg quarters, 10-pound bag, H Perks price, 69 cents a pound. Bananas, H Perks price, 39 cents a pound. And Hy-Vee pasta, H Perks price, 88 cents. Make the switch or sign up today. It's free and easy.
At Diamond Select, our on-site goldsmith can create a beautiful one-of-a-kind piece. Whether it's repurposing an old ring or creating from a picture online, we're here to help you create jewelry of your dreams. Diamond Select, downtown Stoughton.
Thursday at 10. I'm taking you behind the scenes for a fascinating look at how scientists track COVID in our wastewater.
Wastewater actually tells us a really great story.
The Signal in the Sewer, Thursday on News 3 Now at 10.
Everything costs more, and families are struggling. UW Athletics and the Goodman Community Center need your help to provide 4,000 families with Thanksgiving meals.
Please consider a food or monetary gift so no one goes without a holiday dinner.
News 3 Now this morning.
All right, good Wednesday morning. Meteorologist Kelly Slipka out on the patio this morning. Chilly, but definitely not as cold as what we saw yesterday morning when we got down to 29, the first freeze officially in Madison. Looking at some beautiful color now. Thanks, Greg, for sending this up. He was at the Johnson Creek out on I-94 there and got this beautiful photo of this maple tree. Full color there in red, and we'll be seeing more and more of this in the Madison area already. Just to the north, we are seeing those fall colors. We'd love to see them. Submit your photo at firstwarn@WISC-TV.com or download the First Warn weather app, and you can easily send us some of those photos because the fall color now, you get up to the north in Columbia County getting toward peak. Juneau County is seeing peak conditions as well, so it's getting closer and closer to southern Wisconsin. About a week away in Madison before we get closer to that peak. Northern Wisconsin already past peak. All right, we do have some breaks in the overcast this morning. A lot more cloud cover filling in as we go through the morning hours, but it's still going to be very mild as we get up to 64. Sun will be up at 7:14. Now, we are watching the storm system to the west. That'll fill in the cloud cover throughout the morning hours, but the morning will be dry. It really won't be until 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the Madison area that we can expect some of these showers to be moving on in. Rainfall amounts don't look really that impressive. Kind of nuisance rains, mainly about 1/10 of an inch. Some isolated spots maybe picking up 1/4 of an inch. Better chances for those up toward the Wisconsin Dells areas to the north. So the rain chances this week will be best today and tonight, going down tomorrow, and then the weekend looks dry as well. And we'll look at those winds out of the south picking up at 10 to 20, mid-60s today. Scattered showers develop this afternoon right into Thursday. Dry this weekend with low to mid-50s. Right now we're at 48 in Madison, 45 in Janesville. Clouds will fill in this morning. Scattered showers To the west here, after the noon hour, Dells, Lone Rock, Mineral Point, toward Madison as we get toward 2, 3, 4 o'clock. Toward Watertown, Janesville, 4 or 5 o'clock, expected those showers. Then they train over the same areas, mainly from Madison areas to the east, going into the evening before dissipating, but still can't rule out a spotty shower overnight. It's going to be pretty spotty and also very light. Tomorrow, still a possibility of a shower. Not even as much activity as what we're expecting today, which isn't a lot. Plenty of dry periods, 64 today with that wind out of the south. Breezy with that chance of some widely scattered showers tomorrow. 60 Friday before that cold front arrives. Puts us back in the low to mid 50s this weekend.
All right, Kelly Slifka, we appreciate you. Thank you very much. 6:45, we are in the 608 for a backstage peek at the Fever River Puppeteers.
This is really fascinating. So Josh Spreiter's in Hazel Green this morning. You know it's important if you made the trek all the way to Hazel Green, but you got something really cool to show us this morning, Josh.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I've got a front row seat here, guys, at the Hazel Green Opera House, and we're getting a sneak preview right now of a Halloween adventure by the Fever River Puppeteers. Hit it, puppets.
What a mess. Someone left these soup bones all over the cemetery. The carelessness. What did you say? Did you say oil can? Oh, can you put me back together? What are you, a jigsaw puzzle? Oh, I get it. The ankle bone attaches to the leg bone and the wrist bone attaches to the arm bone. La 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 la. The rib bone attaches to the hip bone. Them bones gonna rise again. Now, you've got a head on your shoulders. Oh, thank you. That feels much better.
Just a tiny little bit there of a Halloween adventure happening this weekend and next year at the Hazel Green Opera House. And this is a family-friendly show lasting about 45 minutes. So if you want to come down here, tickets are just $5 a piece. Again, this weekend and next. They do shows all year round. So coming up later on this year, they're also going to have a couple of Christmas shows for you. And it's all with these folks right here, you guys. That was incredible work there. And I mean, you guys have been doing this for 30 years now. That's pretty incredible.
Exactly, yeah, 30 years. We started in our hometown in Benton, and then about 10 years after that, we were able to move into this lovely Hazel Green Opera House. We're very glad to be here and enjoy having our audiences come and have fun.
I mean, this is really about the people, and I mean, here in Hazel Green, you guys have the support of the community behind you, which is really special in these small towns.
Yes, absolutely. And like you say, the small town is the place to be when you want people to appreciate what you do and so forth. And we're just happy to be here to do this.
Yeah, this has become such a special part for you guys. And I mean, there's a lot of work that goes into creating a show like this. I mean, you think of a 45-minute show and it's just you two doing it all.
It's us backstage, and that's what makes it special, and it's just magical. If you have any aches and pains when you're performing, it all goes away.
I love it. I think the best part of this, too, is, you know, tickets are just $5, so very reasonable for families to be able to come on out.
Exactly, yeah. What else can you do for $5 and get a lot of laughs? And the whole family, older people, sometimes senior citizens like to come just by themselves and not even bring grandchildren, but often it's grandparents, and kids actually behave better for their grandparents than they do sometimes, yes.
Well, I love it. I appreciate you guys having us down here. This was such a fun morning, so thank you.
Well, we're happy that you could come and feature us. We're really glad to see you.
Yeah, a little sneak preview there. So this weekend and next, you can check out a Halloween adventure run by these two, the Voights. This is such a special place here, guys. And this opera house is phenomenal. You have to come check it out for yourself. If you'd like to learn more, I posted a link to this story up on channel3000.com. Again, if you can't make it for the Halloween show over the next couple couple of weeks. They do have one coming around for the holidays, so you can still have plenty of time to come down here and check it out here throughout the course of the year, guys.
Hey, the skill that it probably takes to run those puppets, super impressed. Josh Breider, thanks for the show this morning.
And don't forget to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. Reach out on social media or email him for a chance to be featured.
It is just about 6:49 on your Wednesday. Coming up in the morning sprint, new research on the link between drinking alcohol and breast cancer. Who could be most at risk?
We'll be right back.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Don't miss Wisconsin's best mattress deals this fall. Only at Ashley's Inventory Liquidation event. Find clearance and overstock mattresses throughout the store at huge discounts while they last. And low monthly payment options. Only at Ashley.
Precision is very proud of our 5-star reviews. I do everything I can to go above and beyond for repairs. No, I'm not an actor. I'm a garage door tech. That's what I do here at Precision.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
The biggest thing for me that I've learned through working with Thrivent is that you can accomplish anything you want to. It's just about finding the right road, the right path, the smart moves.
Have you ever been challenged, been tried, made a pact with your own limits? Have you been here, there, places no one should go? If you have, then you know that whatever you're capable of, so are we. No wonder Ford SUVs lead in brand loyalty. Choose FlexBuy on a new Ford Escape or Explorer and get 2.9% APR financing for 66 months, plus $1,000 FlexBuy cash.
This is you. And you are why we do what we do. Each and every one of you are wonderful, amazing people. So we'll treat you that way on your journey of trusted care. Because the way you, and you feel matters. Unity Point Health Meritor, a partner of UW Health, know how much you matter to this world.
Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With inflation rising at record levels and incomes not keeping pace, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.kwwf.org.
Don't miss Wisconsin's best deals this fall. Only at Ashley's Inventory Liquidation event. Everything must go. Save as much as 60% store-wide. Plus low monthly payment options. Only at Ashley.
Habitat for Humanity of Dane County. Donate or volunteer.
6:52, time for the morning sprint.
The man arrested twice for bringing a gun to the Capitol and asking for the governor is back in jail this morning for the same crime. Joshua Plesnick was booked into Dane County around 10 last night. Capitol Police arrested him an hour earlier on charges of carrying a concealed weapon. Plesnick was arrested earlier this month for carrying a loaded handgun into the Capitol. He posted bail, then returned to outside the Capitol with the rifle. It's not clear if this is his second or third arrest. Overseas, President Biden touching down and speaking to reporters in Tel Aviv this morning. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu also took the podium. He thanked the U.S. for its support. The president was supposed to meet with Arab authorities from across the region, but they canceled after a bomb went off in a Gaza hospital that reportedly killed hundreds. Israeli and Palestinian forces blame one another for that explosion.
The man accused of sexually and physically assaulting a UW-Madison student has pleaded not guilty. 26-year-old Brandon Thompson is facing charges for beating, strangling, and sexually assaulting the woman in her 20s. The attack left her with serious injuries.
A second vote is scheduled for Representative Jim Jordan this morning on whether he'll be the next House Speaker. He failed the first vote yesterday, 20 Republicans defecting. Jordan will need to get at least 16 of them to change their minds in today's vote.
An 18-year-old woman from Watertown is seriously hurt after crashing an ATV. It happened in the town of Shields near Dodge County yesterday afternoon. She was riding west on Wood Road near County Road K when she overturned and was thrown off the four-wheeler. Someone found her in the middle of the road.
2 high-ranking Diddy and Milling employees will be sentenced for their role in a deadly Cambria explosion back in 2017. A jury found Derek and Sean Mesner guilty of charges against them in the explosion that killed 5 people. It was caused by hazards created by the mill's operation. A sentencing date is not yet scheduled.
Republicans in the legislature continue to withhold pay raises for UW employees, while approving raises for other state workers. Speaker Robin Vos says Republicans will continue to block the raises until UW cuts $32 million from its diversity programs. Governor Tony Evers says not giving the employees their raises is as dumb as it gets.
New data shows most Americans support striking auto workers. A CNN poll shows Americans are siding 3-to-1 with union employees over the big 3 auto companies. Democrats, union households, and self-described liberals showed the majority of that support. The poll took place earlier this month. It surveyed around 1,300 people.
Big changes for the UW system. They're going to have to close the UW Platteville-Richland campus next year and end in-person instruction for UW Milwaukee, Washington County, and UW Oshkosh at Fond du Lac. A target date there of June of 2024. Students across these campuses will be offered enrollment options at other schools. Gender-affirming surgery for minors would be banned in Wisconsin under a Republican bill that won final approval in the legislature yesterday. Governor Evers says he will veto this bill. It drew dozens of people to the Capitol in opposition earlier this month. Democrats are united against it in both the Assembly and the Senate.
Madison's public market project is moving ahead. The Common Council will vote on giving an additional $1 million to the project tomorrow night. This is the council-approved $1.6 million to cover rising costs for the project just last night.
Researchers at Johns Hopkins say drinking increases the chances of breast cancer. The American Cancer Society says women who have just 1 drink a day have a 10% risk, or 10% increase in risk, and young women could be more at risk.
All right, good morning. 5 minutes away from 7 o'clock as we are tracking some showers that will be developing after the noon hour, mainly to the west, then tracking toward Madison, 2, 3, 4 o'clock, and then off to the east going into the late afternoon and evening. These will be pretty scattered, pretty light. But it's going to be a breezy, mild day. The first one forecast 64 today with those scattered showers later today. They'll continue tonight into tomorrow. Temperatures near 60 on Friday before a cold front brings us some cooler weather for the weekend. Right now, both Saturday and Sunday look dry. Another larger system could be affecting us later next week.
All right. Kelly Slifka, thank you very much. Stay with us, folks. Another news and weather update coming up in about half an hour.